Hi everyone, Chris Brazel, welcome to my world. Talking about kitchen disasters, what builders, architect, interior designers, even stylists can stuff up our life. Everything around your environment connects with your mind. Everything in your environment tells a story that you're either allowing to go on in your headspace or you're allowing an energy that's coming in that we need to get rid of. So the kitchen's the area in the house where you manifest. If you happen to have a 5 brain code, then the kitchen is even more important. If you live in a 5 energy house, and that can be a 23 that comes back to a 5, it can be a 14 that comes back to a 5, it can even be a 41. The kitchen is the area in the house where the whole house will function from and where the energy will actually be, where you need to actually create the changes. So I'm so over designers and builders, but mainly designers, or the people that go in and start to decide on the colors you want. So let's break it down and let's see, and let me show you how you can come up with a solution. I know when you're renting you think, oh, I can't do anything about it. Well, this is a rental and I've decided I'm going to start fixing problems for those who think they can't fix it when they're in a rental. So the problem, what is the problem here? We have the stove. It's a gas. Gas stoves are a higher vibration than electricity, which is great. But what we have is the person who's done the colors or whatever it is for this particular unit has decided to do blue. You have blue and then you have the fire element. That means, just think, when you've got a fire happening, what do? You put water on it to put it out. The fire element is about stopping stagnation, but the fire element in the stove is the luck of the house. So when you have a water element coming over and putting the fire out consistently, you no sooner get luck happening and then it goes back, you go ahead. You ever get that feeling where you just can't get ahead in life? This could be one of your problems. Now, this is literally blue, which is the water element. They've got it going in the rectangle, which is increasing the length of it. But it's also glass, which means it's very shiny. So you've got double the problem here as it is. So what you've got to do, if you're an owner, you either go over it, you retile it, but you need to come up with a solution, because whatever this is happening, it ain't good in your money, in your wallet, in your finances in any way, or even in your own headspace, because nothing's worse when you think you're just going ahead in leaps and bounds and all of a sudden something crashes and you're back to square one. What you can do immediately is get some garlic. In fact, just putting garlic near your stove is really good for it anyway. That's even if you do have, not this problem behind here. So garlic's very much a protection. Just replace it on a regular basis. Don't leave the same garlic pod there for 12 months or more. So what I'm going to do with this one, because it is a rental, we've just come up with different ways you can do it yourself, or we can order it in for you to a specific size, which is quite easily. But what we're going to put behind here is we're going to use a white background, which is a flat, so there won't be any shiners, and we're going to put sunflowers. And there's sunflowers which I've painted. What I've done is we've got a very, very thin canvas, and just as protection, so we don't want to put wood there sometimes. I mean, if the fire is far enough away, I'm sure it's fine, but you've got to double check everything. So we'll put a canvas back here, and because it's a rental, it makes it even easier, because we'll do the double-sided tape. So it'll go from one end to the other. When they move out, they take it off, they pull down the strip, they're free, and the owners can have back their own problems whichever way they had before they even started. So we're going to go, I'm going to cut in a second, I'm going off to do the sunflowers. Have a look in the next section of this video and you'll see what a difference it actually makes. The white background will give them a lot of clarity, and the sunflowers, we're doing a set of 6. 6 is about, we're going to do 2 lots of 3, which is luck, 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 and 6 is bringing them to the present moment, and the 6 is changing the home and the home's energy there. So I will be back with the second version of this makeover. So if you're out there and renting, don't panic because, oh, there's water behind the fire, what am I going to do? There is always solution, and if you're uncertain, send me an email, get in touch, book a consult, let me come and see your kitchen if you're in around the area where I live. But we can do so much over the internet anywhere, so I don't care where you are in the world, I know I can help you. Remember, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with the next episode of this one for you. Cheers. Hi everyone, this is Brazel and welcome back. So we've got our 6 sunflowers going across here. There, it's put on, so we've got the double-sided tape. It's going to be very easy for it to come off. But you can see how much cleaner and clearer. So it'll be really, really interesting to see what actually happens in the headspace. We're going to use a couple of canisters over there. That's not perfect. That's what they had in the cupboard. So there it is. It doesn't actually need the canisters, but I've just put it there while the tape is actually sticking. Yes, we didn't do it up here, but we've got the problem of the air vent that's happening there. But because it's away and up high from the stove, we've got this protection. Everything should work. So if you're out there and you have the water behind the stove, so here it is, we've put this in as a block, so no longer can the water come and put out whatever they're doing. Let's see what magic it happens. But use the area in the house where you manifest. So we've got to get the energy right. So if you need any help, send me an email, ask me a question down. Remember, I'm here to help you where you can live a happy, healthy, long, amazing life. Subscribe to the channel. And if you really, really need any extra help, then just go to my website and book in a time, book in a consult, send me your kitchen, and I'm sure I can work it out for you. And let's check your numbers to see where you're going. So, sunflowers, let's bring on the luck. Cheers for now.